ATC Truck Covers has been building industry-leading truck accessories since 1994. ATC is all about honesty, quality products, and exceptional customer service. Our no-hassle policies and great value are just a few of the reasons why hundreds of thousands of truck owners prefer ATC's American-made truck caps, lids, and bed systems. ATC truck covers are easy to install and remove, are made of no-rust materials, and are designed and made in our environmentally friendly plant just outside of Kansas City. Only the country's finest truck accessory shops carry ATC truck covers products.
Hi, I'm Bobby Combs. I founded ATC Truck Covers. We're in our 20th year manufacturing quality fiberglass truck covers, lids, and cargo management systems for the bed of pickup trucks. Our facility was initially opened in Garnett, Kansas. It's a small rural community outside of Kansas City. We manufactured there for about 17 years. And then in 2011, unfortunately, we had a plant fire that burned our facility to the ground. We really did a lot of soul searching with where we were going to relocate. We found a phenomenal facility in Ottawa, Kansas. We made some really significant investments in the facility. We doubled the size up to about a 90,000 square foot operation. We put all new ventilation systems in place, new paint shop, automated chain drive in the floor. We feel like we've built what I would consider to be one of the most state-of-the-art facilities in our industry. The ventilation system we put in the facility reduces the exposure to the employee less than half of what the state and or federal guidelines are. If you'll notice in our facility, none of our employees have to wear respirators. They don't have to wear any personal protective equipment other than safety glasses, which is an awesome thing. And the comforts of that employee in the summertime to not have to wear a respirator is a big deal. The ventilation systems also in the summertime are a cooling system, or evaporative cooling system, so it keeps the temperature of the workspace very comfortable. In the wintertime, it does also heats the air in the space and the whole facility. So in turn, the employees have really a great, comfortable working environment.
The lamination process begins when the molds are cleaned, checked, and prepped for the first layer, gel coating. The gel coat layer is a gray primer formulated to release from the mold when the top is completed. It is also a sandable material for excellent paint adhesion. The gel coat technicians have a specific repeatable pattern that they follow to ensure correct thickness and reduce waste. The next step in the process is adding the first layer of laminate. This fiberglass is mixed with an unfilled marine-grade resin and sprayed into the mold. This chopper operator also has a very specific repeatable pattern. ATC uses a total flow monitoring system to aid the operator with the precise amount of material applied. Once the glass strands and resin have been sprayed, the rolling technicians begin to smooth out the fiberglass skin coat using the unfilled resin, which makes it possible to actually see imperfections and air bubbles and eliminate them. Notice the transparency of this layer. This is because we do not use any filler in our first layer of laminate. This makes a higher quality, longer lasting part with perfect rigidity. Once cured, they place reinforcements in the roof and spray the second layer of laminate for exceptional structure quality, which few competitors follow. The white color is from the small percentage of filler we use in this layer to make the part opaque. The pink is from the catalyst that will disappear as the part cures. Because of our state-of-the-art exhaust system, ATC employees are exposed to less than half of the state limits of hazardous particulate, and 1/4 of the federal baseline required to no longer need personal protective equipment, such as a respirator. The air quality in the lamination department is absolutely the cleanest working environment in the industry. This, along with the bright lights, high ceilings, and temperature control, all contribute to a comfortable workplace, reduced turnover, and a higher quality product.
The next step in the process is grind and sand. One of the big things that we focused on in the rebuilding of this facility was keeping the dust down and keeping the facility much cleaner. In doing that, when you do a lot of grinding, sanding, and prepping for paint, we produce a lot of dust in that process. So in this instance, we determined the right approach on how to capture and collect all this dust to keep our facility clean. So we built a 50 by 50, what we call our detail booth, that is a recirculating system that flows the airflow across the workspace, or pushes the airflow across the workspace blows the dust towards a wall that has large vacuum canister filters behind it, sucks the dust into that. At the end of the day, basically we purge those filters and then collect the dust, bagging it and taking it to a transfer station. So we capture essentially 98% of the dust and particulate matter that we produce on a daily basis.
ATC truck covers feature base rails that are hand-laid with 3 layers of 1.5-ounce glass material for a uniform, clean look with incredible strength and flexibility. Our carpet installers use an all-weather Foss liner made of 100% recycled bottles. It holds up in the elements and is environmentally friendly. The adhesive is a water-based material with no hazardous chemicals.
The other steps of the process that we put in place that we feel like we're at leading edge is also in our paint facility. We spent just under $1 million on our paint booths, basically in-floor channel system that drives the carts through the paint operation, and it gives us the ability to paint under specific time as far as cure times and such. We actually just brought our system over, switched it over to a DuPont Chroma Premier paint system, which is best in the industry. We're excited to have that product, to go onto our product for our lifetime paint warranties that we give on our product. When that product comes out of paint, we basically put in some real high intense lighting so we're able to identify any paint quality issues. Once we identify those issues and the product's been approved to go on to the next step, which is assembly, it goes on to a build line where basically the side windows and rear doors are installed. Once the doors and windows are installed, then we go through what I know to be one of the few in the industry, an actual rain test booth where we water test all of our rear doors, windows, third brake lights and such to make sure that the customer is not going to have a leaky product when it hits their lot. Once the product comes out of quality control, it goes onto the loading area. We have about a 15,000 square foot loading area where our semis basically back the trailers in and stage them for the following week's deliveries. As the product comes out of the manufacturing facility, it is then loaded via forklifts on a smooth concrete loading surface that's under roof and goes on to the freight trailers for delivery. We've really put a lot of focus into research and development. We've recently released our new SRT, real extremely low profile lid that is, we feel, going to be really strong in the marketplace. We're working on some sectional products for the tonneau cover industry. We're also working on some new features, some additional, if you will, exclusive features for our truck covers. On our camper shelves, we have exclusive items like inside storage shelf. We have a new worktop that's more of a commercial application that has really not been done in the fiberglass truck cover industry. We just continue to focus our efforts towards new tooling. This year we expect to bring some new CNC capabilities into the operation and really kind of jump out there with additional products and not necessarily be a follower in the industry. That's really where our focus is going forward. We've done a lot this last year with building a team and making that team what I would call a high-performing team and getting the right people in the right places. We've got a great staff, and going forward, I just don't think that we have any challenges in our future with the group that we have now.